Welcome everybody to the weekly Power Up and Market Update. It's Leo Robles. It's Monday. Happy Monday to you. Wanted to create this powerful meeting today for you guys and talk about a couple of different things, right? The market update and also a talk that I prepared for you. Now I'm just going to start off with the intention is to empower you to be inspired and resourceful to be the greatest benefit to everyone, right? With the right knowledge, you got the ability to motivate and inspire yourself and everyone else around you. So the talk for today, what I want to talk about today, questions are the gateway to your dreams. Why do I say that? Well, questions lead you to the infinite. Questions lead you to possibilities. Questions lead you to nothing where you then have a space to be able to listen into, what those answers are. And the greater questions you ask, the greater responses you will get. I also want to talk about that you don't want to necessarily look for those answers, just wait for them to come up. You might hear a little whisper in the mind. You might hear the little voice in the mind say, an answer. You might hear a friend say something. You might see something on social media. You might just get a gut intuition to do something, or you read a book and you read a phrase and you're like, hey, that's it, right? So the question is only as an opening and it leads you to a possibility. So a question would be, what is the highest and best expression of myself this week? What can I do to achieve the greatest results this week? What is my biggest contribution to the planet this week? How can I position myself and capture the most opportunities this week? Right? Ask those kind of questions and listen in to see what comes forth, because those responses will come to you immediately, or sometimes it'll take some time. And, just keep asking the question until you get the response. But you got to be willing to listen to the inner stillness that you have within yourself, which is why I always recommend, meditation. Meditation is a great practice that you should have, because if you slow it down and you meditate, you can actually hear what's coming forth, from the infinite. So questions are the gateway to your dreams. That'll be the talk for today. Make it short and sweet. Let me go ahead and share my screen once again. Here you go. So next thing, the weekly market update. This is what happened in 1 week from the 7th to the 14th. And I did LA, San Bernardino, Orange County, Riverside, and San Diego. And the numbers of sales actually this week decreased. There was less homes that sold and less volume that sold. I mean, it was a billion under what closed last week. And obviously, it's still a lot of properties, though. Look at the numbers. You got over 10,000 homes available. You got 2,500 homes available in San Bernardino, 4,200 in Orange, and 4,400 in Riverside. Closed in 1 week in LA, you got 980 homes. San Bernardino, you got 412. Orange County, you got 598. And in Riverside County, you got 580 homes. That's what closed in 1 week. So you got $1 billion in LA, 210 million in San Bernardino, 649 million in Orange County, and 282 million in Riverside County. San Diego, you got 4,230 homes available, 5,500 in escrow, 563 homes closed, average price is $830, $466 million in volume. So even though I said that there's $1 billion less, you still got 2.6 billion closed in these 5 counties. So it's still a lot of real estate. But last week we sold 3.6 billion. So it's $1 billion in decrease, but it's still a lot of real estate. You had over 3,100 homes sold. Last week we had over 4,100, so 1,000 less homes sold from last week to this week. Available homes, it's pretty consistent. We still have 25,000 homes available on the market. And in escrow, we have 29,000 homes. So that number did decrease a little bit, but across the board, very consistent. And the average days on the market, though, surprisingly, I mean, San Diego got 22 days on average, but the average, if you average it out to all 5 counties, it's 29 days on the market. So sellers, if you're thinking of selling, you got to sell, put your property on the market now. Properties are still moving very, very quickly. Expireds. We had 460 homes expired off market last week. It's pretty average as well. You got anywhere from 400 to 500, unless it's the beginning of the month, then you have about double that. But 460 homes expired off market. That means that these individuals need your help to go out there, talk to them, educate them about the market the way it is. They should not be longer than 29 days on the market if they position the pricing correctly. I mean, you got to just look at the numbers, right? If the numbers dictate, numbers speak louder than words. So if you look at the numbers, then you can position the property where it could capture the most opportunities possible. So what happened in foreclosures? All the numbers are down in every county. You got 395 homes in pre-foreclosure in Riverside, 368 in San Bernardino, 1,300 in LA, and 387 in Orange County. These are in pre-foreclosure. So what's scheduled to sell in the month of August? Well, you got 110 in Riverside, 94 in San Bernardino, 457 in LA, and 147 in August. That's scheduled to go to auction. The numbers have been decreasing every week, with the exception of Riverside. Riverside was at 94 last week, and it's 110 this week, but it was relatively lower than every other county to begin with, so it basically kind of evened out. But you could see these numbers decrease week over week. Again, I don't see a big problem with foreclosures anytime soon. All the numbers are decreasing in pre-foreclosure and also auction status. And the ones that actually get it to sale like at auction are very, very minimal. I mean, in last month, we only had 14. We only had 20 last month as well in San Bernardino, 27 in Los Angeles, and 12 in Orange County. So what happened to EXP? EXP, we have $42.95 per share of stock, which is pretty awesome. It was a little higher this morning, but still performing very, very well. Last week, we had $38 a share. We're at $42 a share, so we're still have increased by $4 from last week. And we gained 80 agents. So we're at 4,716 in California. We're about to hit 5,000 agents. And we're at over 32,000 agents nationwide. So a lot of growth all over the nation. And now we're capturing the international markets with, Canada, UK, Australia, and soon Mexico and South Africa. So very, very exciting things. Interest rates are very consistently low as well. If your interest rate is above that, man, you got to get your clients to refinance. If your clients are on the fence about buying, they got to get into a home. I mean, they're literally giving money away, 2.5 to 3.5% fixed. I mean, that's incredible, guys. If you want to get on my calendar, text calendar to 949-799-4885. You get an instant response with my calendar. You have a couple of different time slots. If you want to book any coaching, if you need me to talk to any agent that you may have in your environment that you want me to speak to, go ahead and reach out, connect with me. Upcoming events, we have a breathwork flow Mondays at 10 o'clock, KV Core Mastermind Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. And as always, Fridays, we have the EXP introduction where we talk about the greatest, most amazing company in the history of real estate, EXP. And I go in and share about the company and talk about the 4 pillars of EXP. So make sure you invite people to these events. This meeting is pre-recorded, so I'm hoping that you're watching this live or after recording. Regardless, thank you for listening. So I'm going to ask you a question. What will you create this week? How many listings will you list? How many open escrows are you going to have? How many closings are you going to have? How many agents are you going to refer over to EXP? Make sure you do a specific number, and again, leave it open to possibilities. See what you listen to. Find out what numbers are coming to you, and make sure you put it specifically, and then watch those results start to show up for you. But you've got to believe it. You really got to believe it. The secret of all this stuff is that you really got to believe it, because you're using your mind anyways. You could be using it to affect and harm yourself, or you could use it to empower and grow yourself. It really is going to be dependent on what you want to create. So who I am is the possibility of being energetic and amazing. Those are the 2 words that I created. I mean, the loving and powerful are actually from last week. So I just created some new ones right now from nothing. And I invite you to create, just your possibility. Who are you going to be? How are you going to show up on the phone, to other clients, to your family, to your friends, to your significant other? Create something empowering and exciting for yourself. So your focus. like this week and every week, right? Success leaves clues. It's very repetitive. Create your day, follow your plan, keep yourself empowered, have integrity for your commitments, right? Have at least 30 conversations every day. Get yourself vocal on social media, because people are not going to know that you're in the business unless you're posting on social media. Digital door knocking with KV Core, text blast, email blast, do all of the above. Landing pages, squeeze pages, marketplace on Facebook. Do all of the things that you can to get yourself as many free leads as possible by doing that. Be empathetic, listen to what people are dealing with, come from contribution, and watch the opportunities show up. Exercise, push-ups, jumping jacks, sit-ups, stretch, hiking, whatever the case is. A lot of the stuff is starting to open up now, so you can do a little bit more outdoor activities, but make sure you keep yourself empowered, healthy, and grateful. Gratitude will get you into a state of health, I believe. And if you are in fear or other sorts of energetic vibrations, that will debilitate your immune system. So don't do that. And meditate for at least 10 minutes. That way you have an opportunity to listen to the answers that you're looking for, because it's so noisy in the mind and so noisy in the world that if you don't take the time to meditate, you're not going to be able to listen and tune into what is wanting to arise and come forward for you. So thank you so much for your time. Let's